Stellantis, they've been targeted by Chinese car manufacturers, by Chinese conglomerates, I believe, probably Geely, most likely SAIC, SAIC Motors, various others as well have been trying to buy brands from Stellantis. Now we know they bought the MG brand. They, bought Volvo as a company. They've bought various brands, Lotus as well. And these Chinese conglomerates, they are saying to Stellantis right now, guys, Maserati, 50% drop in sales. Clearly they're not making a profit. What about all your other brands as well? Many of them are just dead brands. Sell them to us. We'll pay you a whole lot of money. Anyway, people have been polled. People are asking the question, which brands should they sell to the Chinese? Which ones should they pick? Because the Italian government is saying as well, if you're not going to use them, we will give them to China. We'll literally give them away. The Italian government's like, well, you guys, Stellantis, you barely manufacture any cars in our country anyway, so we're just going to give these brands away if you're not going to actually use them. Which ones should they sell or give away? This is what the poll actually revealed. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. It's great to see you. Stellantis over the past few months, sales have gone down. Profits have dropped by, profits just dropped by about 50% over the last quarter. Stellantis are blaming, the CEO's blaming everything else but himself, of course, even though he's actually the highest paid CEO in the world, other than, Lucid and Rivian. I think he gets quite a bit, RJ Scaringe, and of course, legacy automaker, major car brand, Stellantis CEO, he is the highest paid. So, yeah, I think in that situation, maybe don't blame anything else other than yourself. Anyhow, Car Scoops, they did a poll on which brands Stellantis should either get rid of, or basically they're saying sell off for a profit, large sum of money I think they could make on them. Stellantis profit halved in the first half of 2024. That's for the first 6 months of this year. Profit halved. Now, the CEO claims that they make a profit on their EVs, but everyone knows that is a complete crock of shit. And honestly, the fact that the SEC don't prosecute him for lying about this, in my opinion, is unbelievable. Now, I'm sure Stellantis at some point will be notified, their legal department, the Electric Viking said that you're lying about EV sales, and guess what? They're never going to sue me because they know it's true. I can tell you that now. That's never going to happen. You'll never see the Electric Viking in court because he's getting sued for saying Stellantis is lying about profiting on EVs, because they don't. Anyway, nobody is safe, according to Stellantis CEO Carlos Tavares, who sent his brand bosses news that they've got to get their shit together, otherwise they're going to be in big trouble. Now, Jeep, big trouble, right? Ram, big trouble. Jeep went bankrupt, by the way, last year in China. So, yeah, there's that. There's a whole lot of other stuff going on as well. He said if they don't make money, we'll shut them down. What are they going to do, shut them all down? I mean, within a few years, none of them are going to make money. Anyway, we cannot afford to have brands that do not make money. Yeah, Stellantis is massive, guys. You probably think to yourself, oh, Stellantis sounds like nothing, because the word is just, it's a new word that they came up with a few years ago to make this name when they had a merger between Fiat Chrysler and the PSA group. They actually own brands like Jeep, Dodge, Ram, Chrysler, Fiat, Alfa Romeo, Peugeot, and Citroen. So you can see why this is just basically a basket case of shit here. It is. I mean, Alfa Romeo brand is just, honestly, I really like the Alfa Romeo brand, but let's be real. Sales of Alfa Romeo, just, come on, they're terrible. The cars are unreliable. Yeah. Anyway, I do like them. Don't get me wrong. What about Chrysler? That's a basket case of a car company. Yeah. I mean, all those brands, none of them you can go, hey, wow, yeah, they're doing great. Yeah, you can't say that, can you? Don't get me wrong, I do like them. I like Ram trucks. I don't know why, but I do. I actually like Dodge muscle cars. I like the fact they're going to make electric muscle cars. Not many of them, but they will. And they're extremely heavy as well. Anyhow, some of those brands have been around for more than 100 years with some real fans as well. And that's why the Chinese are saying, we'll buy them. We'll make something out of them. And I'm sure they would. But what about Maserati? Maserati is their most premium brand that they own. And Maserati is clearly in trouble. The fact that Maserati sales have gone down by so much over the last few years and a further 50% fall this year is, well, the writing is on the wall for that company, I think anyway. Maserati could go out of business within a few years' time. So it would make sense to just palm it off, make as much money as you can out of that sale. Maybe they can make, I don't know, a few $1 billion. That would be pure profit. And that would mean they get rid of all the hassle and the stress of, having loss-making car company. Now, Stellantis is blaming Americans. They're saying, what's going on in America? That's the reason for all this. It's not our fault. It's Americans' fault. Now, America's car market has actually increased this year. Sales are up versus last year. So let's not blame Americans for this. Maserati, Lancia, and DS. They also have those brands as well. Alfa Romeo, like I said, that would be a car company that I'm sure the Chinese are trying very, very hard to purchase. Chrysler, would they want that brand? Honestly, I wouldn't want that brand. Would you? What are your thoughts? Now, looking at the votes here, guys, Americans have voted on this. There's been quite a few thousand votes on this on Car Scoops. The number one brand that Stellantis own, that I believe predominantly Americans are saying get rid of, or people are saying get rid of that brand. Chrysler is number one. DS is number two. Now, personally, I don't see the point in getting rid of the DS brand, whatever. They're just irrelevant. I don't think anyone's going to even want that brand. It doesn't have enough brand history behind it. Maybe China would want it, but I highly doubt it. Chrysler, get rid of Chrysler. 33% of respondents said get rid of Chrysler. 20% said get rid of DS. Vauxhall, 14% said get rid of Vauxhall. Now, Vauxhall are a German car company, and they're kind of lost relevance, but they do make some EVs. They're not bad. Maserati was next with 6%. Next, we've got Abarth with 5%. That was followed by Opel with 4%, Fiat with 4%, Ram with 4%, Dodge with 3%. So not many people want to get rid of Dodge. They're saying keep Dodge, keep Ram, keep Fiat, keep Opel, keep Abarth, most people saying keep Maserati, keep Citroen. Only 2% said Citroen. Peugeot, 2%. So keep Peugeot. Jeep, 1%. So they're saying you should keep Jeep. Alfa Romeo, keep them. So which of the car companies they want to get rid of? Chrysler, DS, Vauxhall, and maybe Maserati. They got the highest percentage of votes. My opinion is, honestly, I don't know what to make of this. I don't really see any brands here where I go, wow, that brand's doing really well. That brand's got a great future ahead of it. None of them really stand out to me in that way whatsoever. If you look at, say, Volvo, let's say Volvo, right? You put Volvo on this list, and if you ask people which brand should this company get rid of, no one's going to vote for Volvo. No one's going to do that. They're forward thinking, right? They have a plan to be EV plug-in hybrid only within the next year or two. You're not going to go and say, let's sell them off. But all these other car brands, what are they doing that's making them even remotely relevant now and in 2030? I've got no idea, guys, but let me know in the comments, and let me know what you vote for. Let me know in the comments section below, which one of these do you think they should sell or get rid of? Which car brand of these would you, let's say you were a Chinese conglomerate, just imagine you own that. Which one of these would you actually purchase, if any?